The Great Pyramid of Giza stands as a testament to human ingenuity, its precision so astonishing that even modern engineers struggle to replicate it with today's technology. How did ancient civilizations thousands of years ago achieve such feats without the tools we take for granted? From the pyramids to the Antikythera Mechanism, the past is filled with mysteries that continue to baffle scientists and historians alike. In this video, we'll uncover 22 advanced ancient technologies that defy conventional understanding, each one a puzzle that challenges what we thought we knew about our ancestors. Get ready to explore the secrets of these marvels and perhaps even question the boundaries of human innovation. Let's dive in. In 1901, off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera, divers stumbled upon a corroded lump of bronze and wood that would later become one of the most astonishing archaeological discoveries of all time. This artifact, known as the Antikythera Mechanism, is often called the world's first analog computer. Dating back over 2,000 years, it's an intricate maze of gears and dials that could predict astronomical positions with remarkable accuracy. Imagine a device capable of tracking the movements of the sun, moon, and planets, even predicting eclipses, all crafted centuries before the invention of the modern clock. Scholars believe it was used for navigation, calendar tracking, or even as a teaching tool for ancient astronomers. What's truly mind-blowing is the level of precision involved. The mechanism's creators seem to possess an advanced understanding of astronomy and mechanics, knowledge that was thought to be far beyond their time. Who were these masterminds and how did they achieve such sophistication? The Antikythera Mechanism remains a stunning reminder that ancient civilizations were far more technologically advanced than we often give them credit for. And this is just the beginning of our journey into the mysteries of the past. Moving from the intricate gears of the Antikythera Mechanism, we now journey to ancient Mesopotamia, where another perplexing discovery has sparked intense debate. In the 1930s, archaeologists unearthed a set of peculiar clay jars near Baghdad, each containing a copper cylinder and an iron rod. At first glance, they might not seem extraordinary, but when filled with an acidic substance like vinegar or lemon juice, these jars could produce an electrical charge. This artifact, now known as the Baghdad Battery, has fueled speculation that ancient Mesopotamians may have harnessed electricity over 2,000 years before its modern discovery. But what were these devices used for? Some scientists suggest they were employed for electroplating, adding a thin layer of metal to objects for decoration or preservation. Others propose they played a role in religious rituals, perhaps creating a mysterious tingling sensation to awe worshippers. Experiments have shown that replicas of the Baghdad Battery can indeed generate a small but measurable current, proving its potential functionality. Yet, the lack of definitive evidence leaves its true purpose shrouded in mystery. Could this be proof that ancient civilizations were experimenting with electricity long before we thought possible? The Baghdad Battery challenges our assumptions about the technological capabilities of the past, hinting at a level of sophistication that continues to surprise us. And as we'll soon see, this is just one of many ancient innovations that defy our modern expectations. Now, let's turn our attention to the sands of Egypt, where another enigmatic artifact has sparked fascination and debate. Discovered in a tomb near Saqqara in 1898, the Saqqara Bird is a small wooden object carved in the shape of a bird, dating back over 2,000 years. At first glance, it might seem like a simple toy or ritual object, but its design has led some to wonder if it's something far more extraordinary. The artifact's wings, tail, and overall shape bear a striking resemblance to a modern glider, raising the tantalizing possibility that ancient Egyptians had some understanding of aerodynamics. Could this have been a model for a larger aircraft or even a prototype for flight? To test this theory, modern engineers have crafted replicas of the Saqqara Bird and conducted experiments. Amazingly, they found that with slight adjustments, the object could indeed glide through the air with surprising stability. However, not everyone is convinced. Skeptics argue that the Saqqara Bird may have been a ceremonial object or even a child's toy, pointing to the lack of other evidence of ancient Egyptian aviation. Yet, the idea that a civilization known for its monumental achievements in engineering and astronomy might have explored the principles of flight is undeniably captivating. This artifact invites us to reconsider what ancient cultures were capable of and how much of their knowledge might have been lost to time. As we move forward, we'll explore another ancient marvel that pushes the boundaries of what we thought possible in the realm of construction, challenging our understanding of how these civilizations achieved the seemingly impossible. From the windswept deserts of Egypt, we now travel to the high-altitude plains of Bolivia, where the ruins of Puma Punku challenge our understanding of ancient engineering. Located near Lake Titicaca, this site is part of the larger Tiwanaku complex, but it's the stone blocks of Puma Punku that truly stand out as a marvel of precision. These massive andesite and granite stones, some weighing over 100 tons, are carved with such exactness that their edges and holes are perfectly straight and symmetrical to within a fraction of a millimeter. To put this into perspective, the precision of these cuts rivals modern techniques using laser-guided tools. Yet, Puma Punku is believed to date back over 1,000 years, a time when, according to conventional history, such technology simply didn't exist. So, how did the builders achieve this? Some researchers suggest they used advanced tools or techniques that have since been lost to history. Others propose that they employed a combination of meticulous planning, ingenious methods, and perhaps even a deep understanding of materials and geometry. One theory points to the use of specialized copper alloys or even harder materials like diamond-tipped tools, though no direct evidence of such implements has been found. The mystery deepens when you consider the transportation of these massive stones from quarries miles away, across rugged terrain, and at an altitude of over 12,000 feet. Were these builders guided by knowledge far beyond their time, or is there a simpler explanation that we've yet to uncover? The Puma Punku stone blocks are a testament to the ingenuity of ancient civilizations, leaving us to wonder just how much of their knowledge has been forgotten. As we continue, we'll uncover even more examples of ancient craftsmanship that defy explanation, each one a piece of the puzzle in understanding the true capabilities of our ancestors. High above the arid plains of southern Peru, the Nazca Lines stretch across the desert like a gigantic canvas etched with history. These enormous geoglyphs, some spanning hundreds of feet, depict everything from intricate spiders and hummingbirds to precise geometric shapes. Created by the Nazca culture over 2,000 years ago, these designs are so large that they can only be fully appreciated from the air, a fact that has fueled endless speculation about their purpose. Were they astronomical calendars aligning with celestial events to mark seasons or predict agricultural cycles? Or were they spiritual offerings, messages to deities believed to watch from above? One of the most intriguing theories suggests the lines served as sacred pathways for ritual processions, guiding people through the desert in ceremonies of devotion or celebration. But how did the Nazca people create such precise and massive designs without the ability to see them from above? Archaeologists believe they used simple tools like ropes, stakes, and wooden poles to map out the figures, scaling them up from smaller models. The dry, windless climate of the region has preserved these lines for centuries, leaving them as a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of the Nazca culture. Yet, their true purpose remains elusive, inviting us to ponder the motivations behind this monumental effort. As we shift our focus, we'll explore another ancient mystery that spans an even larger scale, challenging our understanding of how early civilizations interacted with their environment and the cosmos. The Great Pyramid of Giza isn't just a marvel of ancient engineering, it's a masterpiece of precision that continues to leave modern experts in awe. Built over 4,500 years ago, this colossal structure stands as the last of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. What makes it so remarkable is its near-perfect alignment with true north, a feat achieved with astonishing accuracy despite the lack of compasses or advanced tools. The pyramid's base is level to within less than an inch, and its sides are almost perfectly square, each one measuring about 756 feet in length with a deviation of less than 2 centimeters. This mathematical precision suggests the builders had an advanced understanding of geometry and astronomy, knowledge that was far ahead of its time. But how did they do it? Theories abound, from the use of long, winding ramps to transport massive stone blocks, to innovative lever systems that could lift these materials into place. Some even speculate that the pyramid's construction involved techniques or tools that have since been lost to history. What's more, the pyramid's purpose remains a subject of debate. While many believe it was built as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, others argue that its precise alignment and internal chambers point to a more complex function, perhaps as an astronomical observatory or even an energy-generating device. Modern engineers have attempted to replicate its construction using current technology, yet none have matched the scale, precision, or efficiency of the original. The Great Pyramid stands as a testament to the ingenuity of ancient Egypt, a civilization whose achievements continue to challenge our understanding of history. As we'll see next, the legacy of these builders extends far beyond the pyramids, leaving behind other structures that are equally as mysterious and awe-inspiring. Now, let's journey to one of the most remote places on Earth, Easter Island, where the colossal Moai statues stand as silent sentinels of a mysterious past. Carved by the Rapa Nui people between the 13th and 16th centuries, these towering stone figures are an extraordinary feat of craftsmanship and determination. Each Moai, weighing an average of 14 tons and standing up to 33 feet tall, was meticulously carved from volcanic rock using only stone tools. But the real mystery lies not in their creation but in their transportation. How did the Rapa Nui move these massive statues across the island, some of them placed miles away from the quarries where they were carved? One theory suggests they used a system of ropes and wooden sledges, rocking the statues forward in a walking motion. Another proposes that the statues were laid flat and rolled on logs, though this raises questions about the availability of timber on the island. Recent experiments have even shown that small teams could tilt and pivot the statues using ropes, mimicking a controlled walk. Beyond the how, there's the question of why. Were the Moai religious symbols representing ancestors or deities? Did they mark territorial boundaries or serve as a display of power? The statue's placement on stone platforms called ahu, often facing inland, suggests they held deep cultural significance, possibly as protectors or spiritual guides. Today, the Moai stand as a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the Rapa Nui people, whose legacy continues to captivate and inspire. As we move forward, prepare to explore an ancient marvel that shifts our focus from the monumental to the microscopic, a technology that reveals the surprising sophistication of early craftsmanship in a way you'd never expect. From the monumental to the microscopic, we now turn our attention to a marvel of ancient metallurgy, the Iron Pillar of Delhi. Standing over 23 feet tall and weighing more than 7 tons, this pillar has baffled scientists for centuries. What makes it so extraordinary? Despite being exposed to the elements for over 1,600 years, it shows almost no signs of rust. In a world where iron structures often corrode within decades, this ancient artifact's resistance to weathering is nothing short of miraculous. So, how did ancient Indian blacksmiths achieve such a feat? The secret lies in the pillar's unique composition. Analysis reveals that the iron contains a high amount of phosphorus, which, when combined with a protective layer of iron oxide, creates a barrier against corrosion. This level of metallurgical sophistication suggests a deep understanding of material science that was centuries ahead of its time. But what was the pillar's purpose? Some believe it served as a victory monument commemorating the achievements of a great king, while others suggest it held astronomical or religious significance. Regardless of its original function, the iron pillar stands as a testament to the ingenuity of ancient Indian craftsmen, whose techniques continue to inspire modern materials science. Researchers today are studying its composition to develop rust-resistant materials for construction and engineering, proving that the wisdom of the past still holds value in our rapidly advancing world. As we'll see next, metallurgy is just one area where ancient civilizations demonstrated remarkable skill, setting the stage for our next exploration into the astonishing tools and technologies they left behind. Deep in the jungles of Costa Rica lies another ancient mystery that has puzzled archaeologists for decades: the perfectly round stone spheres of the Diquis Delta. Often referred to as the stone spheres of Costa Rica, these enigmatic objects range in size from small enough to fit in your hand to massive orbs over 2 meters in diameter, weighing several tons. Carved from granodiorite, a hard volcanic rock, their near-perfect spherical shape is a testament to the skill and precision of their creators. But how did ancient craftsmen achieve such accuracy without the use of modern tools? The process likely involved a combination of careful chiseling, grinding, and polishing, using stones and abrasives readily available in the region. Yet, the sheer effort required to shape and smooth these massive stones into flawless spheres remains awe-inspiring. Even more perplexing is the question of how they were transported across the rugged terrain of Costa Rica, sometimes over great distances to their final resting places. Were they rolled on logs, dragged with ropes, or moved using some other ingenious method that has been lost to time? The purpose of these spheres is equally mysterious. Some theories suggest they served as astronomical markers, aligning with celestial events to track time or seasons. Others propose they were symbols of power or status, displayed by local leaders to demonstrate their authority or spiritual connection. Whatever their purpose, the stone spheres hold immense cultural significance for the indigenous peoples of Costa Rica, representing a legacy of craftsmanship and ingenuity that continues to captivate researchers and visitors alike. As we move forward, prepare to explore how ancient civilizations took their understanding of the cosmos to even greater heights, unveiling a celestial connection that shaped their architecture, calendars, and way of life in ways that still resonate today. Step into the Temple of Dendera in Egypt, and you'll find yourself surrounded by intricate carvings that have sparked one of the most fascinating debates in archaeology. Among these carvings is a series of images that some researchers interpret as depictions of ancient light bulbs. Known as the Dendera Light, these carvings show what appear to be elongated bulbs with filaments inside, connected to cables and held up by supports. Could these images be evidence that ancient Egyptians had discovered electricity? Proponents of this theory argue that the designs resemble early electrical devices, suggesting the use of some form of ancient technology. They point to the absence of soot in certain temple chambers, which might otherwise have been filled with the residue of oil lamps or torches, but not everyone is convinced. Critics argue that the carvings are symbolic, representing the journey of the sun god Ra through the heavens or the blooming of a lotus flower, a common motif in Egyptian art. To test the hypothesis, modern researchers have attempted to recreate the so-called Dendera bulbs using materials available at the time, such as copper, batteries made from citrus fruits, and glass-like materials. While these experiments have produced a faint glow, they fall short of proving widespread use of electric lighting in ancient Egypt. Still, the debate continues to captivate scholars and enthusiasts alike, challenging us to rethink the technological capabilities of this ancient civilization. What's undeniable is that the Temple of Dendera holds secrets that stretch our understanding of the past. As we'll explore next, the ingenuity of ancient civilizations extended beyond technology into the realm of medicine, where they achieved remarkable advancements that still influence us today. In the 7th century, the Byzantine Empire unleashed a weapon so terrifying it could turn the tide of battles and strike fear into the hearts of its enemies, Greek fire. This mysterious incendiary substance, often described as a liquid flame, was the ancient world's equivalent of a flamethrower capable of burning even on water. Its exact composition remains one of history's most closely guarded secrets, lost to time after the fall of Constantinople. What we do know is that Greek fire was a game-changer on the battlefield, particularly in naval warfare. When enemy ships approached, Byzantine soldiers would launch the substance through tubes or siphons, creating walls of fire that were nearly impossible to extinguish. Historical accounts describe it as clinging to anything it touched, burning fiercely even in the face of water, and some sources suggest it could even ignite spontaneously. So, what was this fearsome substance made of? Theories abound, with ingredients ranging from petroleum and sulfur to quicklime and even pine resin. Some scholars believe it was a form of early napalm, while others suggest it contained chemicals like naphtha or bitumen. The precise recipe, along with the techniques for deploying it, was kept so secret that even today, modern scientists and historians can only speculate. What's clear is that Greek fire gave the Byzantines a decisive edge for centuries, allowing them to defend their empire against overwhelming odds. Its impact on military strategy and technology was profound, shaping the course of history in ways that still resonate. As we move forward, prepare to explore another ancient weapon, one that relied not on fire, but on the sheer ingenuity of human design, a device that transformed the art of warfare in ways its creators could never have imagined. Among the legendary blades of history, few are as revered as those forged from Damascus Steel. Originating in the Middle East during the medieval period, these swords were famed for their unparalleled strength, sharpness, and distinctive wavy patterns that resembled flowing water. Warriors prized them not only for their beauty, but also for their ability to cut through armor and even lesser blades with ease. What made Damascus Steel so extraordinary was its unique composition, a combination of iron and carbon, often mixed with trace elements that gave it remarkable properties. But the true secret lay in its forging process, a technique that has been lost to time. Known as Wootz steel, the raw material was reportedly crafted by heating iron with carbon-rich materials like charcoal in a sealed crucible, creating a metal that was both hard and flexible. Skilled blacksmiths would then fold and hammer the steel repeatedly, creating layers that contributed to its strength and iconic patterns. Despite centuries of study, modern metallurgists have yet to fully replicate the ancient method, though ongoing experiments with nanotechnology and advanced materials have brought us closer to understanding its secrets. The impact of Damascus steel extended far beyond the battlefield. It influenced the development of metallurgy across cultures, inspiring innovations in weaponry and craftsmanship. Today, these swords remain symbols of ingenuity and artistry, their legacy preserved in museums and collections around the world. But Damascus steel is just one example of ancient metallurgical mastery. Other artifacts, equally as remarkable, continue to reveal the sophistication of early civilizations and their ability to harness the power of the elements. Now, let's venture into the heart of ancient China, where one of the most astonishing archaeological discoveries of all time lies buried: the Terracotta Army. Unearthed in 1974 near the tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, this vast collection of life-sized clay soldiers, horses, and chariots stands as a monumental tribute to imperial power and engineering prowess. Numbering over 8,000 figures, each soldier is unique with distinct facial features, hairstyles, and armor, reflecting the diversity of the emperor's real-life army. The sheer scale of this project is staggering. Imagine the labor involved in crafting, baking, and assembling these statues, each one a masterpiece of ancient artistry. The process began with creating molds for the bodies, which were then customized with individually sculpted heads and details, ensuring no two soldiers were alike. Once completed, the figures were fired in massive kilns, a technique that required precise control of temperature and timing to prevent cracking. But the Terracotta Army is more than just a marvel of craftsmanship. It's a window into the beliefs and ambitions of ancient China. Qin Shi Huang, obsessed with immortality, commissioned this army to protect him in the afterlife, ensuring his legacy would endure for eternity. The discovery of these statues has not only deepened our understanding of ancient Chinese culture, but also revealed the incredible organizational skills and technological advancements of the Qin dynasty. Workers and artisans, numbering in the hundreds of thousands, would have needed meticulous planning and coordination to complete such a project. As we marvel at the Terracotta Army, it's impossible not to wonder what other secrets lie buried with the emperor, waiting to be uncovered. This extraordinary achievement sets the stage for our next exploration: how ancient civilizations mastered the art of water management, using technology and ingenuity to harness one of nature's most vital resources. Imagine a system so ingenious that it could transform arid deserts into flourishing oases. Welcome to the Kanats of ancient Persia. These underground channels, dating back over 3,000 years, represent one of the most remarkable feats of early engineering. Designed to tap into groundwater from mountain sources, Kanats transported water across vast distances to towns and farmlands, ensuring survival in some of the harshest environments on Earth. The brilliance of their design lies in their simplicity and precision. Workers dug vertical shafts into the ground at regular intervals, connecting them with gently sloping tunnels that allowed water to flow by gravity alone. This method not only conserved water by minimizing evaporation, but also maintained a steady supply even during droughts. The Kanats' impact on Persian society was profound. They enabled agriculture to thrive, supporting crops like wheat, barley, and fruit trees that sustained entire communities. Urban centers flourished around these water sources, leading to the growth of cities and the development of advanced irrigation techniques. What's truly astonishing is that many of these ancient Kanats are still in use today, a testament to their durability and effectiveness. In places like Iran, Afghanistan, and even parts of China and North Africa, these systems continue to provide water for farming and drinking, bridging the gap between ancient innovation and modern need. The Kanats remind us that the challenges of water management are timeless, and the solutions crafted by our ancestors still hold valuable lessons for us today. As we shift our focus, we'll explore another form of infrastructure that shaped ancient civilizations this time, a network that connected empires and facilitated the exchange of ideas, goods, and culture across vast distances. The Roman Empire is often remembered for its vast conquests, but its true legacy might lie in something far more enduring: its concrete. Unlike modern concrete, which begins to deteriorate after a few decades, Roman concrete has stood the test of time, surviving for over 2 millennia in structures like the Pantheon and the Colosseum. What makes this ancient material so remarkably durable? The answer lies in its unique composition. Roman concrete, or opus cementitium, was made from a mixture of volcanic ash, lime, and small stones, creating a recipe that has puzzled modern scientists for years. The secret ingredient, volcanic ash from the region of Pozzuoli near Naples. This ash, when mixed with lime and water, created a chemical reaction that not only made the concrete incredibly strong but also allowed it to self-repair. Tiny cracks in Roman structures would fill with mineral deposits over time, effectively healing themselves, a feature that modern materials scientists are still trying to replicate. The Romans mastered the art of using this concrete to build domes, aqueducts, and amphitheaters, many of which remain standing today, a testament to their engineering genius. Modern researchers have been analyzing Roman concrete for decades, hoping to unlock its secrets. By studying ancient samples, they've discovered that the material's longevity is due to the way it interacts with seawater, forming rare minerals that strengthen it over time. This has sparked interest in developing more sustainable, long-lasting construction materials for the future, inspired by the wisdom of the past. The enduring legacy of Roman concrete reminds us that the innovations of ancient civilizations were not just advanced for their time, they were centuries ahead of ours. As we marvel at their architectural achievements, let's turn our gaze upward, where another ancient innovation reveals how humanity's understanding of the stars shaped the course of history. High in the jungles of Mesoamerica, the Maya civilization achieved something extraordinary, a calendar system so precise that it rivals modern timekeeping. Unlike our single Gregorian calendar, the Maya used a complex system combining multiple cycles to track time in ways that were both practical and profound. At its core were three main calendars: the Hab, a 365-day solar calendar for agricultural planning; the Tzolk'in, a 260-day sacred calendar used for religious rituals and divination; and the long count, a linear system that measured time over vast spans, often referred to as the Maya cycle. The accuracy of these calendars is astonishing. The Hab, for example, accounted for the solar year with remarkable precision, deviating by only a fraction of a day from the actual length of a year. The Tzolk'in, on the other hand, was deeply tied to Maya spirituality, with its 260-day cycle reflecting the rhythms of human gestation and celestial events. But what truly sets the Maya calendar apart is the long count, which allowed them to record historical events and predict future cycles on a scale that extended thousands of years into the past and future. To achieve this level of sophistication, the Maya developed advanced mathematical concepts, including the use of zero, an innovation that wouldn't appear in Europe until centuries later. Their calendar system wasn't just a tool for tracking time. It was a reflection of their worldview, connecting the cycles of nature, the movements of the stars, and the spiritual realm. It guided everything from planting crops to conducting ceremonies, shaping the daily lives of the Maya people. Today, the Maya calendar remains a testament to their intellectual prowess, offering us a glimpse into a civilization that understood the cosmos in ways that continue to inspire awe. But the Maya's mastery of timekeeping is just one example of how ancient civilizations excelled in the sciences, setting the stage for our next exploration into their surprising advancements in another field of knowledge. While the Maya were busy charting the heavens, the Inca Empire was mastering the earth, building one of the most extensive and sophisticated road systems the world has ever seen. Stretching over 24,000 miles across some of the most challenging terrain on the planet, the Inca road network was nothing short of an engineering masterpiece. These roads connected the vast Inca Empire, which spanned modern-day Peru, Ecuador, Bolivia, Chile, and Argentina, linking remote mountain villages, bustling cities, and sacred sites. What makes this network truly remarkable is how it was constructed. The Inca had no wheels, no iron tools, and no written language, yet they managed to carve paths through steep Andes mountains, dense jungles, and arid deserts. They built stone-paved roads, suspension bridges made of woven grass, and staircases that zigzagged up sheer cliffs, all designed to withstand earthquakes, floods, and the test of time. The roads served multiple purposes, from facilitating rapid military movement to enabling trade and communication across the empire. Messengers known as chasquis would run along these routes, relaying information from one outpost to another at astonishing speeds, effectively creating an early postal system. But the road network was more than just a practical tool. It was a symbol of the Incas' power and unity, binding the empire together under a single ruler, the Sapa Inca. This incredible infrastructure played a crucial role in the empire's expansion and administration, allowing it to thrive for centuries. Yet, the Inca road system wasn't just about connecting places, it was about connecting people, cultures, and ideas. As we'll see next, ancient civilizations also found ways to connect with the human body, unlocking the mysteries of medicine in ways that continue to influence us today. While the Inca built roads to connect their empire physically, the ancient Egyptians were masters of another kind of connection, the intricate link between the human body and medicine. Evidence from mummies, medical texts, and archaeological discoveries reveals that ancient Egyptian surgeons were remarkably advanced for their time. They performed procedures ranging from treating wounds and setting broken bones to more complex surgeries, such as trepanation, which involved drilling holes into the skull to relieve pressure or treat diseases. These physicians had a surprisingly detailed understanding of anatomy, likely gained from their practice of mummification, which required careful dissection and preservation of the body. Tools like scalpels, forceps, and bone saws, crafted from copper and bronze, have been found in tombs and temples, showing the precision and care with which they work. Medical papyri, such as the Edwin Smith Papyrus, provide detailed instructions for diagnosing and treating injuries, revealing a systematic approach that included observation, examination, and even prognosis. The Egyptians believed that health was closely tied to spiritual balance, and their medical practices often combined practical treatments with spells and rituals. Surgeries were performed with a mix of scientific knowledge and faith, reflecting their holistic view of wellness. Their innovations didn't disappear with their civilization. They influenced later cultures, including the Greeks and Romans, who built upon Egyptian techniques to advance their own medical practices. The legacy of ancient Egyptian surgery is a testament to their ingenuity and their ability to blend science, art, and spirituality. And just as they mastered the art of healing, they also excelled in another form of connection, developing systems of communication that allowed their civilization to thrive and leave an enduring mark on history. At the heart of the Inca Empire's remarkable organization was a system of communication unlike any other, the Quipu. These intricate arrangements of knotted cords served as a unique form of record-keeping, allowing the Inca to document everything from census data and agricultural yields to historical events and even stories. Consisting of multi-colored strings tied to a central cord, each knot's position, size, and color conveyed specific information, creating a language of its own. The complexity of the Quipu is truly astonishing. Some quipus contain hundreds of cords, each meticulously tied and arranged to encode vast amounts of data. Researchers believe the system was so advanced that it could compare to early forms of writing, offering a way for the Inca to manage their sprawling empire without a traditional written script. But what exactly did these knotted cords record? Some quipus were undoubtedly used for administrative purposes, tracking goods, taxes, and resources with remarkable precision. Others may have served as narrative tools, preserving myths, legends, and genealogies through a symbolic system of knots. Despite decades of study, the full meaning of the Quipu remains a mystery. Modern scholars have made strides in decoding their numerical patterns, but the narrative elements still elude us, leaving many questions unanswered. What's clear is that the Quipu was more than just a practical tool. It was a cultural treasure, reflecting the Incas' ingenuity and their ability to innovate within the constraints of their environment. And as we'll see next, the Inca weren't the only ancient civilization to harness the power of unconventional communication. Our next exploration takes us into the realm of sound, where another ancient innovation reveals how our ancestors used acoustics to connect with the world around them. Beneath the sunlit island of Malta lies a subterranean marvel that challenges our understanding of ancient acoustics, the Hypogeum of Hal Saflini. Carved from solid limestone over 5,000 years ago, this labyrinthine underground structure is a testament to the ingenuity of its creators. Comprising a network of chambers, halls, and passageways spread across 3 levels, the Hypogeum is not just an architectural wonder but an acoustic phenomenon. Sound behaves in extraordinary ways within its walls, creating effects that have fascinated researchers and visitors alike. In one chamber, known as the Oracle Room, a deep male voice can resonate throughout the entire complex, while higher-pitched sounds are amplified and distorted in ways that seem almost otherworldly. What's even more intriguing is how these acoustic properties were achieved. The precise curvature of the walls, the placement of niches, and the overall design suggest that the builders had a sophisticated understanding of sound dynamics, deliberately engineering the space to produce these effects. But why? What was the purpose of this underground acoustic masterpiece? Some theories suggest it was a sacred site used for religious rituals, where the ethereal acoustics enhanced ceremonies and connected participants to the divine. Others propose it was a venue for sound experimentation, a place where ancient Maltese explored the boundaries of auditory perception. Whatever its purpose, the Hypogeum holds immense cultural and historical significance, offering a glimpse into a civilization that valued the interplay of architecture, sound, and spirituality. Today, it stands as an UNESCO World Heritage Site, a reminder that ancient civilizations were not only masters of construction but also pioneers in the sciences, including acoustics. As we continue our journey, we'll uncover yet another example of how these early societies harnessed their knowledge to shape the world around them in ways that still resonate today. Now, let's turn our attention to the arid landscapes of India, where the ancient stepwells stand as a testament to both practical ingenuity and artistic vision. These magnificent structures, known as baolis or valves, were more than just reservoirs. They were a lifeline for communities in regions plagued by unpredictable rainfall and long dry seasons. Stepwells were designed to store and manage water, often reaching deep into the earth to tap into groundwater sources. But what sets them apart is their breathtaking architecture. Carved into the ground with precision, they feature intricate staircases that descend to the water level, flanked by ornate pillars, sculptures, and arches. Each stepwell is a masterpiece of symmetry and detail, blending function with artistry in ways that continue to inspire awe. Beyond their practical purpose, stepwells were also social hubs. In the sweltering heat, they provided a cool retreat where people gathered, exchanged news, and celebrated festivals. Some even served as places of worship, with temples and shrines built into their walls, reflecting the spiritual significance of water in Indian culture. The stepwells' engineering is equally impressive. Their step design allowed water to be accessed even as levels fluctuated, while their underground location minimized evaporation in the scorching climate. Over centuries, these structures became symbols of community resilience and the ingenuity of ancient Indian architects. Today, many stepwells remain, though some have fallen into disrepair, their stories fading with time. Efforts to restore and preserve them highlight their enduring cultural and historical importance, reminding us of the wisdom of those who built them. And speaking of wisdom, our next exploration takes us from the depths of the earth to the heights of the heavens, where ancient civilizations turned their gaze skyward to unlock the secrets of the cosmos. Prepare to discover how their knowledge of astronomy shaped the world in ways we're still unraveling today. Imagine holding a piece of the cosmos in your hands, a 600-year-old artifact that captures the mysteries of the stars. That's precisely what the Nebra Sky Disc offers. Discovered in Germany in 1999, this bronze disc is the oldest known depiction of the night sky, a stunning blend of art and science from the Bronze Age. Measuring about 12 inches in diameter, it's adorned with gold symbols representing the sun, moon, and stars, including a cluster interpreted as the Pleiades constellation. One of its most intriguing features is the golden arcs on either side, thought to mark the solstices, the points in the year when the sun is at its highest or lowest in the sky. This suggests it might have been used as a calendar, helping ancient farmers track the seasons for planting and harvesting, but the Nebra Sky Disc's purpose remains hotly debated. Some scholars believe it was a ritual object, a sacred artifact used in religious ceremonies to honor celestial deities. Others argue it was a tool for navigation, guiding travelers by the stars. What's undeniable is the level of astronomical knowledge it reveals. The people who crafted this disc clearly observed the heavens with remarkable precision, understanding the movements of celestial bodies long before the invention of the telescope. Its discovery has reshaped our understanding of Bronze Age Europe, proving that even in an era often dismissed as primitive, humans were capable of extraordinary intellectual and artistic achievements. The disc's intricate design and symbolic depth remind us that ancient civilizations were not just surviving, they were thriving, exploring the cosmos and leaving behind clues that challenge our assumptions about their capabilities. And while these 22 technologies we've explored are astonishing, they only scratch the surface of ancient ingenuity, each discovery opening new doors to the past, inviting us to rethink what we know about the origins of human innovation. As we've journeyed through these 22 remarkable ancient technologies, one thing becomes abundantly clear: our ancestors were far more advanced than we often give them credit for. From the precision of the Great Pyramid to the astronomical genius of the Nebra Sky Disc, these innovations reveal a level of ingenuity and sophistication that challenges our assumptions about the past. They remind us that history isn't a linear path of progress, but a tapestry of ideas, discoveries, and capabilities that transcend time. These technologies weren't just isolated feats. They were the building blocks of civilizations, enabling survival, fostering connection, and inspiring awe. But they also pose important questions. How did ancient peoples achieve such precision without modern tools? What knowledge have we lost over millennia? And perhaps most importantly, what can we learn from their approach to problem solving and innovation? Their ability to work with the materials and resources at their disposal, to think creatively, and to prioritize long-term sustainability offers valuable lessons for our own world. In an age of rapid technological advancement, these ancient achievements remind us to balance progress with wisdom, to respect the limits of our environment, and to preserve the knowledge of those who came before us. That's why the study and conservation of these artifacts are so crucial. They're not just relics of the past, they're windows into human potential, showing us what's possible when curiosity, ingenuity, and determination come together. As we prepare to conclude this exploration, let's take a moment to reflect on how these ancient technologies continue to shape our understanding of history and inspire us to reach for new heights. The journey through time isn't just about uncovering the past, it's about discovering what it means to be human. As we come to the end of this journey through 22 astonishing ancient technologies, one overwhelming truth stands out. Our ancestors were far more ingenious than we often realize. From the precision of the Great Pyramid to the celestial wisdom of the Nebra Sky Disc, these artifacts and innovations challenge our assumptions about what ancient civilizations were capable of. They weren't just surviving, they were thriving, pushing the boundaries of science, engineering, and artistry in ways that continue to inspire and baffle us today. Every discovery we've explored reveals a deeper layer of sophistication, from the self-healing Roman concrete to the complex metallurgy of Damascus Steel. These technologies weren't just practical tools, they were expressions of human curiosity and creativity, born out of a desire to understand and shape the world. The enduring impact of these innovations is undeniable. Many of them, like the Kanats of Persia or the Stepwells of India, still serve communities today, proving that ancient wisdom can still meet modern needs. Others, like the Antikythera Mechanism or the Baghdad Battery, remind us that some knowledge was lost to time, waiting for future generations to rediscover it. These achievements also raise fascinating questions. What other secrets lie buried beneath the sands of history? How much of our own technology is built on the foundations laid by ancient pioneers, and what can we learn from their approach to problem solving and sustainability? These are questions that invite us to keep exploring, to keep digging into the past with a sense of wonder and curiosity. If you're as captivated by these mysteries as we are, be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. What ancient technology fascinates you the most? Are there other historical enigmas you'd like us to explore in future videos? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the mysteries of history, because the past isn't just a story, it's an invitation to discover, learn, and imagine. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and remember, the greatest discoveries often begin with a single question about what came before.